Welcome to My Views and News, Sunday's second video. Firstly, viewers, we have received more information about Oromo Liberation Army's attack on a hotel in Bishoftu, where drone operators of Ethiopian Air Force, drone technicians and operators were staying. Some casualties are being confirmed, not by Ethiopian media. No Ethiopian media outlet, state or private, is reporting about the incident. Secondly, in Himora Wolkait Tsegede zone, Western Tigray, 7 branches of Commercial Bank of Ethiopia are starting their operations. Banking service is being resumed in this zone. The 7 branches will be under Shire or under Gondar. That was a very important question, because Commercial Bank of Ethiopia branches operating in this zone were under Shire district before the start of the war in November 2020. During the last 2 years, the branches, though remained largely not operational, remained under Gondar district control. Now, when branches are being restored, will they be under Gondar or a Shire district? Because if the branches come under Shire district, it means that Himora Wolkait Tsegede could be part of Tigray. And if the branches remain under Gondar district, it means that Ethiopian government, Amhara government is not willing to give back Himora Wolkait Tsegede to Tigray. We have an update for you today. Commercial Bank of Ethiopia reportedly confirmed about the district which will be controlling the 7 branches of Himora Wolkait Tsegede. Thirdly, was Tigrayan diaspora members are continuing their protests, though peace agreement has been signed more than 11 days ago. Peace agreement was signed between TPLF and Ethiopian federal government, but protests abroad still continue. In London, protest was held. And lastly, viewers, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, Somalia's president, is back from Eritrea yesterday. He concluded his visit of Eritrea. He departed Eritrea from Massawa airport. Isaias Afwerki was there at the airport to say goodbye. What did he achieve from this visit? Firstly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Army's attack on a hotel in Bishoftu was reported in the previous video by this channel. More information we have received about the attack. Name of the hotel which was attacked is a Pyramid Hotel. Pyramid Hotel in Bishoftu city was the target of the attack. At least 2 casualties are being confirmed. 2 drone technicians were killed and 2 to 3 were injured reportedly. Immediately after the attack on the hotel, government forces cordoned off the entire area. So no media, no journalists were allowed to enter the cordoned area. That is why you're not seeing any reporting about the attack. The attack happened on Friday, not yesterday. It happened at around 7 p.m. on Friday. And obviously the attack is a reaction by OLA against drone strikes being conducted by Ethiopian Air Force in Oromia, in several parts of Oromia. In recent days, Ethiopian Air Force conducted several drone strikes and air strikes. In Bishoftu, there is an air base as well, a large air base of Ethiopian Air Force, and most of drones which Ethiopia purchased from Turkey, from UAE, were shipped to this base from Turkey or from UAE. So attack has been confirmed. 2 explosions were heard by locals But so far, government's statement is awaited. Secondly, viewers, in Wolkait Himora Tsegede, also called Western Tigray, the two regions, Tigray and Amhara, have their claims to this zone. Tigray calls it Western Tigray. Amhara region calls it Wolkait Himora Tsegede. In this zone, 7 branches of Commercial Bank of Ethiopia have resumed their operations. The branches are in Humera, Dansha, Adiramats, and other areas. Before the start of the war in November 2020 in Tigray, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia branches working in this zone were under Shire district control. Headquarters was in Shire. But after this zone came under the control of Amhara forces and ENDF, headquarters became Gondar. The branches were being controlled, monitored from Gondar. And then in most parts of Tigray, in most parts of this western zone, banking service became suspended. And if the branches come under or remain under Gondar headquarters control, it means that Amhara government, Amhara region government, Ethiopian federal government, they are not showing flexibility on Wolkait Tsegede issue. Now, when the branches were restored, I think yesterday, it was being said that the branches would be under Gondar district control. But a few hours ago, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, one of its officials said that the branches would be functioning under Shire headquarters. That is leading to a reaction in the Amhara region. Some groups are issuing statements that Commercial Bank of Ethiopia has made a decision which is anti-Amhara, which is anti-Wolkait. The branches should be boycotted by locals. And a street movement should be started by people living in Wolkait Tsegede Himora. So it's a very important development because we know that disarmament of TPLF fighters, Tigray fighters, now is linked to withdrawal of non-ENDF Amhara forces and Eritrean army from Tigray. And in coming days, we could see start of the withdrawal of Amhara forces and Eritrean military from Tigray, while TPL will be surrendering its weapons. So several important developments happening. Viewers, Amhara officials, Amhara region-based groups are watching the developments very closely. They say that Wolkait is Amhara, Raya is Amhara. They might surrender their claim to Raya, but they are very rigid when it comes to their claim to Wolkait. So far, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia branches will function under Shire headquarters reportedly. Thirdly, viewers, Tigrayan diaspora members are continuing their protests. Peace deal signed more than 10 days ago. Still, the protests are underway. It shows that Tigrayan diaspora community members are not fully on board with Tigray regional government, with the TPLF, regarding the agreement signed in South African Pretoria. Protests have been held in the US. We know, I reported 2 videos in Seattle. A main highway was blocked by Tigrayans, and it happened after the signing of the agreement in South Africa. Now, another protest was held in London, where Heathrow Airport was the place where Tigrayans protested in front of Turkish airline office. And the flight of Turkish airline was delayed reportedly, I don't know, but protest was held in front of Turkish airline office at Heathrow Airport of London. Tigrayan diaspora community is continuing the pressure the pressure is now on both sides, on TPLF as well on Ethiopian federal government. Because the diaspora movement is now directed against TPLF led Tigray government too, that it made a compromise without consulting diaspora community. Lastly, with Hassan Sheikh, Somalia's president, has concluded his visit of Eritrea, his second visit since he took office in May. In July, he visited Eritrea for the first time. Then 2 days ago, he arrived in Eritrea. What did he achieve? What was the objective of his visit of Eritrea? Firstly, Isaias Afwerki welcomed him, Hassan Sheikh, when Hassan Sheikh arrived in Eritrea. He welcomed him at the airport. And when yesterday Hassan Sheikh was leaving Eritrea, Isaias Afwerki was at Massawa airport saying goodbye to Hassan Sheikh. So it's a good gesture that on both occasions, in July as well, when Hassan Sheikh visited Eritrea, Isaias Afwerki was there to welcome him and to say goodbye to him. The visit is linked to Somalia's forces, their trainings. Now it has been confirmed that all three wings of Somalia's military are being trained by Eritrea. More than 5,000 recruits of Somalia's army being trained by Eritrea for more than 2 years now. And now we have seen pictures of Somalia's naval officers and Air Force cadets. They are being trained too in Eritrea. So Eritrea is training Somalia's land forces, air force, and naval forces. So it means that Eritrea is playing a key role in developing Somalia's army. While rumors are abundant that Eritrea is not returning Somalia's soldiers, but it seems that Somalia's government is collaborating with Eritrea because it wants its soldiers to be trained by Eritrea. Soldiers of all three wings of Somalia's military. So his visit was linked to the trainings of three wings of Somalia's army in Eritrea. No statement about the return of thousands of Somalia soldiers, because no basic military training course lasts more than 2 years. The recruits were sent to Eritrea more than 2 years ago. Rumors going around that Eritrea is demanding money, but not confirmed. Somalia denies, Eritrea denies the rumors. But then why is that thousands of Somalia soldiers are not being returned to Somalia from Eritrea? Is it due to internal conflicts in Somalia? If it is due to internal conflicts in Somalia between the federal government and regional governments, the conflict should be resolved. Thousands of recruits away from their families for more than 2 years. They are contacting their families by phone, but they are away from them for more than 2 years. So they are suffering, definitely suffering. Military training is a tough task. So Somalia's government, whether it is on board with Eritrea or not, it should secure the return of its soldiers from Eritrea. It should take people into confidence. What is the reason behind the stay of thousands of Somalia soldiers in Eritrea for more than 2 years? What is the real reason behind the continued stay of these soldiers in Eritrea?